Hello lovelies, my name is Ifeoluwa and you're welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut a fitted dress directly on your fabric. And if this is something you're interested in learning, you'd want to watch this video till the end. To get started, you go ahead to fold your fabric into two and you also fold again, making four. But when you are folding the second part, you're not allowed to touch the edge because this part is going to serve as the zipper allowance. So I'll be cutting both the front piece and the back piece together. Now the next thing I'll do is I'll come to this upper part here and go ahead to draw out my starting line. So you go ahead to do the same thing on your fabric. After drawing the starting line, I'll start taking my measurement from this folded edge. Don't forget I said the second fold should not touch the extreme because that will be our front piece. So now I'll be starting my measurement on this folded edge. Then I'll place my tape and go ahead to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7 inches. And I'll mark 7 inches. And after that, I'll go ahead to mark my neck width of 3 inches. Then the neck depth for the front piece is going to be 2.75. I went ahead to mark 2.75 for my front neck depth and 6.5 for the back neck depth. So at this point, you can decide the type of neckline you want, whether round neckline, V neckline, or Queen Anne neckline. So you can decide any neckline of your choice. So now I'll take my curve ruler and go ahead to draw the neckline. So my front neckline is going to be in a round shape. I'll use my curve to draw the round shape, while my back neckline is going to be in a V shape. So I'll slant my ruler like this and go ahead to draw out the V shape. After that, you are going to come to this point here where I marked my shoulder measurement, and I'm going to come down by 1 inch, which is going to serve as my shoulder slope. And after which I will link it back to touch the neck tip, just as you see me doing. After that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and input all our vertical measurements. So I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder to bust point, which is 9 inches, my shoulder to waist, which is 15 inches, my shoulder to hip, which is 23 inches. I'm so sorry this part was not showing. And after marking my shoulder to hip, I'm going to go ahead to mark out my gown length. So you go ahead to do the same thing on your fabric. You mark your vertical measurements. And after that, I'll go ahead to draw a line across each point, just as you see me doing.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us high.
So this line is going to be the bust, here the waist, and here the hip line. Now after that, the next thing to do, you are going to come to this shoulder slope and go ahead to mark your chest line. So I'm marking the chest line of 7 inches and I will draw a line across the point like this. So this is my chest line here. Now on this chest line, I'll go ahead to mark what I have on my starting line, which is my shoulder measurement divided by 2, that is 7 inches. Then I'll go ahead to link the 2 points together, just as you see me doing. And after that, I'll go ahead to mark the midpoint of this line, which is 3.5, and from this 3.5 I'm going to go in by 0.5. Now on this chest line, I'll go ahead and mark my bust measurement divided by 4, which is 8 inches. Next thing I will do is to take my curve ruler and connect these 3 points together, just as you see me doing. After that, the next thing to do is you come to the waistline and go ahead to input my bust span divided by 2. So my bust span of 6 inches divided by 2, which is 3 inches, I'll mark it on the waistline, I'll mark it on the bust line, and I'll also mark it on the hip line. So go ahead to do the same thing on your fabric. And after marking it, I'll go ahead to connect all points together to form a straight line. Now you are going to come to this waistline and go in and out by 0.5. So you are going to mark 0.5 on both sides, which is going to be our dart intake. Then you come to the bust line and go down by 1 inch. And you come to the hip line and go up by 2 inches. After that, you go ahead to connect all points together to draw out your darts. Now the next thing to do is to input our horizontal measurement. So on the chest line, I went ahead to mark my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5, which is going to serve as my seam allowance, making 9.5. Then I'll move to the waistline. I'm going to mark my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch, which is our dart intake, and additional 1.5, which is going to serve as the seam allowance. You do the same thing on the hip line. I went ahead to mark my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5, which is going to serve as my seam allowance, making 10 inches. So now what I have on this hip line, which is 10 inches, I'm going to take it down to my hem line. So on the hem line, I went ahead to mark 10 inches. And after that, I'm going to connect all points together, just as a seam doing.
It's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light. Pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
So guys, this is what we have. Now the next thing you are going to do is you are going to come to the shoulder line and go ahead to add half an inch, which is going to serve as our shoulder seam allowance. So I'm going to add half an inch on my shoulder line, which is going to serve as the seam allowance for the joining of the front shoulders and the back shoulders together. So guys, basically that's all about the drafting of a fitted gown. Now let's go ahead to cut out our fabric.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall.
So guys, this is what we have after the cutout. And for the sewing part, I'm going to take your fabric to the machine and go ahead to make the necessary sewings on it. So if this video was helpful, show some love by hitting the like button and sharing your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching and bye for now.